Hi guys, it's TeaSimmer here and welcome back to another house building video. Today, as the title suggests, I built a two-story boho house, but it is a really small house even though it is two-story because I see like boho houses as really cottagey kind of type houses that have been like renovated over time. So it's like only a two-bedroom house. But I feel like it'd be really easy to expand this house as your family grows because this is a 30 by 20 lot, I'm pretty sure, and like honestly, if you had moved this all the way to one side of like the plot, then you would see that this house is going to take up half the space, so you can definitely like increase the size. If you'd like to see a video on that, let me know in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see from me. Anyway, so like I love using these green columns, fences and windows because like I don't really use this colour swatch, and like when it first came out in cats and dogs I thought it was a really weird colour swatch, but for builds like this I think it's really nice. It's like really quirky in a sense. For small builds like this I do like using like huge like windows because I feel like it makes the house look more spacious. And I also decided to make the house bright pink, so if you don't like pink or green this might not be the house for you, but I feel like this house would also suit like a pale yellow or maybe like a light blue, so obviously that's a really easy like change that you can do. Also this ends up being a really weird house layout. So where I pop in the stairs right about here, oh nope, no the patio, but when I pop in the stairs it's like the bathroom ends up being to the right and the bedroom's to the left and like the kitchen's in the middle, so basically everything's accessed through the kitchen. And I started to add in a lot of patio space in this build as well because I feel like the people who live here are like the type of people who read books on like their patios and that kind of stuff, or even entertain a lot of guests. And I was really inspired by a lot of the Pinterest like photos I saw, because if you look up boho like houses on like Pinterest, they have a fireplace or a fire pit in the like back like patio or deck, whatever you call it, and that kind of thing, with like pillows surrounding it and like woven rugs. So I took a lot of inspiration from that. And I really believe that the people who live here are really artsy, so I do put in like a couple of easels, a guitar, that kind of thing. And there's also basic stuff you need like a computer, so it's really good for like skill building. Moving on, I tried to use objects that were like really vintagey, like gave the house a bit of an old feel, because like I wanted it to feel like the people who live here got a lot of the stuff from maybe a Lifeline or Goodwill and just like are trying to repurpose things in a sense. Obviously the fridge isn't that like old because like I feel like you can easily replace a fridge, like you can easily upgrade it, whereas I feel like that stovetop is kind of like a 70s vibe maybe. And that bookshelf underneath the stairs actually does work, and I love putting in flowers in little jars. I feel like the jars that the flowers come in aren't that like nice in most cases. And here I am trying to add a bit more detailing into the kitchen. I feel like the people who live here do love flowers and stuff, so I've tried to incorporate a lot of like flowers and pot plants and stuff like that. Moving on to the living room, it's a really simple living room. I didn't want to like put a lot of stuff in it because I feel like, you know, the people who live here wouldn't use it that much. I just put it in so then like the Sims can work on the fun need, if that makes sense. And you'll see that when I finish the living room I did try to like make it a bit smaller so I could try to fit in a third bedroom, but it just wasn't working out. So like I said, it is only a 2-bedroom house. Yep, so here it is now. I tried to like see if I could fit it in, and I didn't want to really adjust what I'd done already, so I just kind of left it as is. So now we're doing the spare bedroom. I wanted like a yellow theme, like a really like pale yellow kind of theme, so I did that. And I feel like a teenager like uses this bedroom because it's just got those like pictures and the small details in there, that kind of thing. And you'll see like later on I put in objects, like wall objects like skateboards and stuff, so it does really feel like the teenager stays there. So now working on like the front patio, I honestly feel like this would be like a very nice place. Just sit down every morning, have a cup of tea or coffee, and like just sit down and read a book. So I think we're doing the bathroom now. I ended up using this as like a laundry room as well, because I did end up using a fair amount of stuff from like movie night and laundry day stuff, because it does give like that boho retro-y kind of feel. And like I feel like when you have the laundry day stuff pack, your Sims always ask to buy a washing machine. I don't know what's up with that, so I decided to just put it in. And there's even a clothesline at the back in the garden somewhere. So moving on to the upstairs bedroom, I'm gonna have like a navy kind of theme. It's like you can put a wall in between the staircase and the bedroom if you want a bit more privacy, but I don't know, I like the open space because like it just made it feel more like spacious, and I don't know, I was like digging it. So there's that, and I like the fact that it automatically joins to like the ensuite. So I'm just adding in a bit more detailing now because like we're almost done with interior. So as you can see here, I've like moved on to exterior. I've put in like easels and stuff that will like encourage your sim to be more like inspired. And I'm about to put in the fire pit or fireplace. I was trying to find like a nice place to put it, but I realized that like this was the only section of that window, so I might as well put it there. And as you can see, I'm putting in the pillows now. The table I'm using here is actually from City Living. I didn't know it existed until this build, so I figured because that looks like really like hipsterish, you might as well put it in. And like I said, I feel like people who live here love flowers, so it took me a long time to actually do all the landscaping for this video. So I think it's like on something ridiculous like a times 12 like speed. I don't know, it's just like way faster than what I put the actual interior as. And the upstairs bathroom is actually really bland. I know there's not a shower in there, but like I didn't really think we needed one if there was a shower downstairs. And I tried to put in like little trinkets everywhere, like little cases and wooden boxes and stuff like that, so it seems like these people like to travel a lot. Just like in the downstairs bedroom, there is that like cats and dogs little case with the books thing. And I'm trying to add in a lot of like paintings, but there isn't many things that like are really boho like esque, you know what I mean? Like a lot of the paintings here are either like really old like Renaissance or like really modern kind of stuff. So like I don't know, it was a bit of a struggle. So I think we're doing the actual gardening now, so as you can see it's really like sped up. And with these plants on the stairs, I didn't actually realize this, but apparently that doesn't save well on the gallery, like it all gets shifted down, because if you've done move objects and like lifted something up and it's not in something that's considered a room, then it'll automatically just like sink down. So you guys will have to adjust that yourselves. I'm really sorry about that, but I don't know, learning new things. And I love putting these vines up, especially here where I'm putting it on the fence, because if you're looking from the patio outside, you can't actually see the vines, whereas looking outside in, you can't really see much, so it adds that whole like level of privacy. And I love these jungle adventure like vines because it does come in like the pastel pinks that blends into our house. And it took me so long to do this garden because I wanted like every inch to just be filled with like flowers. Like, it looks really messy but really like artsy, if you get what I mean, like really like intentional messy. And no boho build is complete without sunflowers. Every boho build I do does have sunflowers in it. I don't know why, it just does. And I haven't actually used that tree with the lanterns on it before, so this is the first time I used that because I always thought it was like really weird, like it never fit into like my builds. I think we're almost done here, so this build can be found in the description below, like a link to it, and I also have my sim ID there as well if you guys want to check that out. I hope you guys enjoy this build and have a lovely day. See you next time.